you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose. Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Teleme and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Oh, thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Oh, enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor! Defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No, thanks all the same. I've quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that, thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck. All my blessings go with you, my child. Now, be off.
Kurt? It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Where would you like to begin?
I've been asked to pay visits to the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance before our departure. Their dwellings are not far from here. We could go there first.
Very well. Do you think Constantine will be waiting for us next to the ship?
I don't know, but it's certainly worthy of inspection. Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Is your hat out of style? Does your vest belong to last year's fashion? Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer now, good people. Don't be afraid. Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still. This little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A file only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take 2.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
Have you finally made up your mind?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing.
I will think about it.
As you wish.
To my help, and death to the others!
Come here, my beauties.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
More than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began, and then I also... Yeah, but that's nothing new to you.
With all these sailors coming and going, you must have heard some stories.
Right. Even stories they say that treasure abounds under every rock. And yeah, but you...
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your...
And you dare challenge me when you have just...
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these...
Yes, no, You don't have the right!
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has found you. Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while...
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce, and he is the...
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very... And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions.
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder. That is
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy. To criticize them, I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred. Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me coming from him. I was a master. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let you...
So...
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
Sir, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You're under...
How unjust. I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally.
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene... Matters turned out a little more complicated. He is hiding in a room in the coin guard tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture...
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of... Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer...
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tirfredi on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named Legate of the...
You are correct, Excellency.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you. And your... I only regret that your departure...
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate...
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous... We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city wall, but these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that. But I'm sure my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you.
The merchant is there.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of...
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the... In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do...
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to...
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchant.
That's right. He told me that their attendants seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he owed.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the...
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only...
Following orders. Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scam. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I've failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of... During our conversation, you explained to me that your master fought... That's regrettable. Especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft. You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in
I
time.
certainly hope so. Would you be...
I need to be leaving.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life. Some children we'd been best to refuse.
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you... I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's...
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But...
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them...
Be back soon, Captain.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Have no fear.
I'm still without...
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler.
Just a smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use.
In the port jails, not far from the warehouse. May I ask you, why the sudden...
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, and they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answer. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Norts. No one else.
Be back soon, Captain.
We need to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
To my help! And death to the others! Move away! have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
To my... to have a word with that people smuggler the sailor mentioned.
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself. And in order to interrogate the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
Halt! The warehouse is off limits. Move along.
Can't you make an exception?
No? Sorry, sir.
Very well.
seen a few
Are you the smuggler?
You snuck yourself in here just to ask me that question? If this is some sort of trick to get me to admit to some crime, you are truly twisted.
You can see for yourself that I'm no Nord. Come now. Are you the one I'm looking for?
I'm already locked up. What? Yes, I am a smuggler. But I'm
searching for a couple fleeing Teleme. They're trying to leave the city. Have they contacted you?
You certainly can't imagine I'm going to answer you without getting something. I don't really think of my clients as kin, but I'd never betray any of them for free.
A real saint you are. How about your freedom? Tell me where I can find them and I'll open this cage.
That works for me. Your two Telemites are hidden in a warehouse behind this very prison. They must be waiting for me, but you might want to be quick about it. If the Nauts get their hands on them, they'll find themselves in this same cage.
Thank you.
Anytime. And these doors? You're gonna open them.
Locked. I don't have the key.
Come on now. Let me out. You promised. Please.
Locked. I don't have the key.
To my health and death! To my health!
Thank you, my lord. And don't worry about me. I'll slip outside without being seen.
Hello? What can I do for you?
With a relay.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage me.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so... Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why...
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And
we fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciple. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the Illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white. And there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be safe.
Your goodness honors you.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of bless. Stay here. I'll be back. Your Excellency,
Lordus.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Mateus, and it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to...
We are willing. Where are they to be found at this time?
At the port of Serene. They were hoping to stay...
Very well. I shall send an escort immediately to take...
I need to be going.
Goodbye.
We owe you our lives. We are eternally grateful.
It was nothing. I hope you won't have too much difficulty in...
If you would allow me, I would like to give you...
Farewell.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning fire.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart. Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek...
Curse them! How could that...
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to... We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous...
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the...
tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I'm looking for my cousin. His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure.
There was indeed a party here last night.
Whatever do you mean? I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? Hair down to his neck, light brown, blue eyes.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that... I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'll be obliged.
That's not a small sum.
Oh, the father has forgotten to...
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
I could repair this if I had some metal dowels.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I must leave you.
Well then, were you able...
No, I haven't been...
In that case, you...
Here you are, to cover your expenses.
Excellent. Honest books makes for honest friendships. Your cousin is either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
What kind of business do they run?
Several, actually, and they're all illegal and profitable. But you didn't hear that. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I...
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
If you had any idea who I am, Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
It's blocked. It's not possible just now.
Taught a lesson, but it's better we grab some coin. With all those posters we posted, someone with deep pockets will show up sooner or later to liberate the rooster. He's making a great deal of noise. We could knock him out, or gag him.
To my help, and death to the others!
Locked.
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress!
Constantine, it's me!
My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I'll do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by our absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure. If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
There's no one left to pay, Your Highness. The brave Kurt and your cousin have already settled the books.
Really now? What a shame. I would have loved to have seen that. We've nothing left to do then than to board our ship. An adventure awaits us at the end of the street.
Welcome! It's such... Have you seen it? Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon?
Yes. We were finally able to recover your
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that...
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite
Very well.
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tfrd as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to... And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this...
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing.
Ah, but you don't mind asking...
Well, now, if he finds an alternative solution that is less... But this cargo must reach the...
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. Sir...
Sir? Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tfrd. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to...
Enchanted as well, Your Highness.
Are you ready?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed. I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, so... Unless you're asking me to turn smuggler...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few...
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship...
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my...
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get...
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tfrd. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse, and noted on the manifest, will be left on the dock. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next...
Sorry, Kurt.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what...
In that case, we're going to have to dock to the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbour Master's office. Be back soon, Captain.
Idea how to get in there without being noticed.
Let's take a look around the building. We might find a less conspicuous entrance.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs. Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Captain, sir, we were given orders to wait here with the merchandise.
The way is clear. It's time to get going.
Do your best to be quick and quiet about it. You won't have much...
Don't you be worrying now.
The warehouse is at the end to the right there. You can't...
Move out. Quick step.
So you're back. Right then.
We can guarantee that your merchandise...
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The cargo shall make the voyage. But who will be at its reception?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, he will give you new instructions. Until then... Oh.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's. The young...
That's right, yeah.
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously.
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time? When you're...
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boy. When evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good...
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one.
I don't know where to start with this.
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, the itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much... Here, yesterday, it was me. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing.
I need to be going. Farewell. day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your... But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds. You didn't go...
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't the other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some... And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms...
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Why...
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like the captain. No, not telling him that.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Joe, you think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his...
No.
Did anyone else see the kid?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of...
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story, this is.
Something isn't right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this. Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this...
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big guy.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors.
Where might I find him at this?
Here? He would never give away his chair.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been...
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been...
A kidnapping. In my establishment. I would have noticed. That doesn't... Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. And he must have been right to be nervous.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong... The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was... I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that it was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immense.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive. Enter, please.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord... And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could...
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cab. According to witnesses, he...
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not...
Don't you see, Your Excellency?
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force.
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to...
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me...
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to... A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they...
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from...
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him...
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
So, are you ready?
We should be able to set sail with the tide. I'm still without news of Mike.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before their... I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from... But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small... And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We...
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
How I would like my father to be implicated.
Your Highness, I'm your absence this morning.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry. I am sad to have caused... Would you believe that I was rotting away in a... Though still seeing double from last night's drink. Ta-da!
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such...
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure.
But you wanted to ask me...
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near... She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he...
Who was a cabin boy?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all... Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain... Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be... From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy, but Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance. Via ship.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the North. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation...
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us. This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek? Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Nauts are worried about his
Those Nauts took him from us, but now
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say? You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good...
If I hadn't taken him back, he would have been hauled off on...
If that's what he wants, then why would you want to stop...
For his mother. She misses him. My boy has changed. He hasn't spoken a word to me since we've been in this precarious predicament.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir.
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. Your captain has sent me to find you.
Were you able to convince my...
Yes. Even if I...
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have... I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy.
You don't seem to be all that close to...
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years... Find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now.
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. It's not possible just now.
Are your boots worn through? Is your hat
So, are you ready?
We should be able to set my cabin.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and those souls...
All we can do is plot a course. I do thank you. Your actions bring you on.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly. But keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. Do you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order?
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Teer Fridee. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long. I've been told the trip lasts months.
And they say the place is full of gigantic creatures, as big as buildings.
That's right. I heard a rumor the Nauts even brought one back in one of their ships.
I doubt that. The Nauts are strange, but they're not idiots.
The beast is awoken!
Those conniving, pista-stilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe! So eager to discover Teer Fridee. My isle, my new city.
You'll need to arm yourself with patience. The voyage will be long.
The big...
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same mind. I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic. Gentlemen!
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
This journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready hard to wear! Lively now, lively! Catch me away!